See, you cannot succeed in life without fasting. This is not fasting for religious purposes. This is fasting to connect to your spiritual side and discover hidden truths about your destiny. This is a secret that is known by powerful spiritualists, men of God, native doctors, rich men, scientists. This is a secret in the other realm, and I'm exposing it here. Whatever will happen, let it happen. Fasting is the key that you use to unlock your spiritual side, and it's independent of religion. And religion is usually a set of rules by some ancient authors to make you connect to your spirituality. And one thing you discover in almost every religion is that they talk about self-denial. Fasting is one type of self-denial. It's the easiest one you can start with because it works with your biology. Some sort of self-denial don't work with your biology. For instance, if I say, I'm never going to use social media again, it has nothing to do with my biology. So the easiest type of self-denial is fasting. Listen, no major success without fasting. So you fast and pray to God when you want to pray. But this one is fast and meditation because you're trying to change your biology. Don't mix the two. Don't mix the two. When you fast, it has been medically and scientifically proven that if you fast, especially after the day 3 of the fasting, your biology is reset. You're back to your natural state. Your body is resetting back to your natural state. It detoxifies. All the chemicals you got from all the nonsense drink you are drinking, all the unhealthy substance you are eating in the name of junk food, those things go into your mind and clog up your creativity. Your discipline, self-discipline is clogged up. Some of them spark different kinds of emotions and unhealthy desires inside you. Like when you chew weed, it will alter your perception of reality. Or when you drink alcohol, not that these things are bad, but the way that alcohol goes into your body and messes up your brain. Now you're driving anyhow on the road. You're fighting, you're beating your wife and so on and so forth. You're fighting your husband because you took alcohol. It has messed up your perception of reality. That's the way every single food you eat enters and messes up your brain or clears up your brain. Now, fasting is the way to detoxify all those things, bring your body to its natural state. Now, why are you coming back to your natural state? I'll tell you a secret. If you take the seed of any fruit or any tree at all, let's say a mango seed, inside that seed, the full information of what that seed will do to become a tree, to blossom, how tall it's going to grow, the color of the leaves, what it's going to do in dry season and what it's going to do in rainy season. The full information is inside that seed. That is the way you are. You are that seed. The full information of what you're supposed to do as a human being throughout your life is inside you. The problem is that social media is confusing you. Food is confusing you. Too much interactions with other human beings are confusing you. You're not paying attention to your spirituality again. If you want to go back and rediscover this thing, you have to fast. I'll tell you how to fast quickly. My recommendation personally about how to do this fasting. You have to fast for 6 days. Day 1, you move your eating time by 2 hours. Don't stress your body, all right? You want your body to ease into the fasting. So let's say you eat by 8 a.m. every morning. Day 1 of the fasting, you should move it to 10 a.m. And if you are a working class person, that means you work from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You should start fasting on Tuesday. I'll tell you why. So on Tuesday morning, instead of eating by 8 a.m., you eat by 10. On Wednesday, instead of eating by 10, you move it another 2 hours. Okay, now it's 4 hours. You eat by 12. On Thursday, instead of eating by 12, you move it another 2 or 3 hours. So now you are eating on Thursday afternoon around 2, 3 p.m. Okay, towards the close of work. By that Thursday, your body is ready for the proper fasting. On Friday, you don't eat anything. The whole of Friday, you go to work without food. And because now you're entering the spiritual, you're entering into the depths of the spirits. What you're basically doing is you're trying to establish a connection between your conscious mind and your subconscious, where the information about your success and direction in life, do you know everything is inside there? Inside your subconscious. Who you are supposed to marry? Which country are you supposed to be in? What are you supposed to be doing? Who are you supposed to meet in that country? Why did you even travel abroad? Why did you relocate? There's somebody you're supposed to meet there. That information is there in your spirit. You're trying to establish a connection. Now, when this connection is trying to open, your body will try to close it. Your physical body, your desires, your desire for food will try to close it. That's why you're fasting. Self-denial will enable you to establish that connection. The more powerful that connection is, the more prophetic you become. The more you recognize your role in others. Prophecy is when you recognize your role in other people's life, the moment you meet them. If I meet you now and say, hey, you're having a problem with your wife, and this is the solution. That is my role in your life, to tell you that information. But if I can recognize it immediately, that means I'm a prophet. How can I even recognize that? if I'm not one with my spirit, the spiritual connection has to be established. Now, this is a secret I'm telling you. After Friday evening, you will be feeling weak by Friday evening. If you can make it through the night on Friday, here is the magic. Get a piece of paper, not piece of paper now, but a writing note. Get a pen. From that Friday evening, tell your whole family that you don't want to discuss anything with anybody. You go into a secluded area. You don't want to see any human being, not to even talk of talking with them. Put your phone on voicemail. Put it outside the room. If you can go to a forest, go. A wilderness, a park, a mountainside. Wherever it is that you don't have to see any human being for the next 2-3 days. Remember, you're on the 6th day of this fasting. Go there. The people that have to call you that will think you're missing, tell them that this is what you're about to do. Nobody should disturb you. Now, on that Saturday, you need to take coffee. I'll tell you the secret. The reason you have to take coffee, a little, is because you want to numb pain. Hunger can come in terms of pain. Weakness, because you've not been eating. Weakness can come in terms of pain. And when your body is in pain, you cannot think creatively. So you want to spark up your creativity, right? So you numb the pain. Coffee, it contains caffeine. Caffeine will go to your brain and block the pain receptors. Once these pain receptors are blocked, your creativity will start flowing. Information will start coming from nowhere. Remember, I didn't tell you what to write on the note. That's when you will start. You will not even know. You will start writing. Any knowledge that comes to your mind, you write it down. Any knowledge, everything you write there will be the history of your life going forward. That's prophecy in that book. No other person can tell you what you are going to write in that book. Now, before you take coffee, make sure you consult your doctor to know whether it's right for you. And remember, I said little coffee. All right? I'm not saying you should be taking coffee every day of your life. I'm telling you, for this, day 6, day 7, day 8, little coffee. You're not seeing any human being. You're locked in your room. Pen and paper. No laptop, no electronics, no nothing. No food. You're writing. Any information that comes, information will be flowing during that period. You write it down. How are you going to make $1 billion? Is $1 billion in your destiny at all? You will see it. You write it. You do it on Saturday and on Sunday. You end your fasting on Sunday evening. Now, many people think that hunger kills. Hunger does not kill. If you can show me anytime, anywhere in history where hunger killed an adult, I'll enter my bank account. I'll stop making videos. Hunger does not kill adults. What kills adults is starvation, and usually forced starvation in the sense that they are imprisoned and they are being starved to death, or they are somewhere during a war. And even at that, it takes hundreds of days for an adult to die of starvation. What kills people fast is what? Dehydration, not having water to drink. That's what kills fast. Lack of food does not kill. Go and check it anywhere. Ask any scientist or any doctor. When your body is lacking food, your body will adjust. Your body will adjust and start feeding it. After day 3, your body will start feeding itself from the fat, all those fat in your belly. Why do you think your body is storing fat in your belly? It's storing it for the days you will not have food to eat. Your hand, there's fat. Your cheeks, there's fat. Your body will start feeding on it. Before your body will finish all the fat in your body, it will now start feeding from your muscles. Before you will now start approaching death. That's about month 3, month 4. What kills people is dehydration. If you are fasting and you feel dehydrated, don't hesitate to drink water immediately. But lack of food does not kill. I'm telling you a secret. There's no place is recorded that you must eat 3 times a day. It is the big companies that sell food that keep marketing that to you. Before you open your food, they're giving you advice of one nice little food you have to eat. One restaurant close to you, this, that. And before you fast, make sure that you're healthy enough, all right? As long as you're a physically fit, healthy adult, lack of food cannot kill you. Lack of food will give you power. Go and check any pastor, any scientist. They will tell you that they starved. They went on hunger before they can invent anything. That's why you don't see a fat scientist. Have you ever seen it? All the inventors you know in the world, go and check their picture. They are all slim. To tell you the amount of fasting that they go into. Many of them invented things in the garden. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum was invented in a garden. Look at laws of motion. He was in a garden where there were no human beings. Isn't Isaac Newton about light? He was in his room where there was nobody. His room was dark. He just put one hole in his door and he started studying light in a prison. Lack of food does not kill. Lack of good food gives you power. Make sure you don't fast if you're having ulcer. If you're having any health condition, speak with your doctor before you try anything. But if you're feeling lazy, confused in life, heartbroken, any challenge you're facing in life, you have to fast. Going on fasting reconnects you with your spirituality. During that fasting, what you should be doing is meditation. Meditation is simply sitting down, calming down, and imagining now that you have a solution to your problem. You imagine that you are having that problem, now you are finding a solution. It's just imagination work. It's exercising your brain. By that imagination, you're teaching your subconscious to work out the solution to that problem. If there's somebody you always quarrel with, disagree with, you imagine that you now understand the person. During that fasting, once that hunger bites you, boom, you go on imagination. Calm down, take deep breaths, and imagine solutions to problems. Imagine now that you're a billionaire, that you finally figured out how to make $1 billion. Imagine now that you found the solution to your health issues. You fast, you meditate. This is what people do, but they will not tell you. Go and Google it. They say a large percentage of Silicon Valley founders go on something called intermittent fasting. It's a kind of fasting where you eat only once a day. That means they fast every day. Fasting is the secret to spirituality. You have to fast. Stop avoiding it. Food is what is confusing you. Do you know what they mix in the food you eat every day? You don't know. Some of the food you eat are making you sick. Disease that you don't know where it's coming from, all of a sudden is in you. Why? Because of the chemicals they use to prepare the ingredients that you're eating. You are trying to treat the sickness, but you still go back and eat the same food that was prepared with that sauce. Some food sauce will make you hungry all the time, like MSG. Go and Google it. MSG makes you hungry within 3 hours. You finish eating, within 3 hours, you are imagining food again. Before you know it, you're on the fridge trying to look for extra food. Yet it is in many of the food you buy from restaurants. If they don't put it in the food directly, they'll put it in the sauce used to prepare the food. You finish eating from the restaurants, you get home, within 3 hours, you are hungry again. You want to go back and eat at the restaurant. Or you buy extra, you want to cook at home. Or you want to go back to your kitchen to eat more. You wake up at night. MSC, some of these things can wake you up at night and make you really hungry. But the thing is that when you realize that you're not really hungry, it is just the urge to eat. Before you know it, you're growing fat. Food is what is making you human. If you want to be supernatural, you have to go on fasting. Go and check it out. Even in the Bible, before Jesus started his ministry, he went on 40 days fast, according to the Bible. Why do you think they wrote that story there? They could have skipped it. They could have skipped the story, but they wrote it down. Whether he actually went on physical 40 days fasting or not, the knowledge to get from there is that even though he spent 30 years on earth, by the time he finally wanted to go into a state of mind where he was spiritually powerful, he could perform miracles, he went on fasting. That's the moral story there. One thing that happens after fasting, many religions were started by people after they fasted, after they went to the mountain, after they went to the wilderness and stayed for a long time. Many churches were started after fasting. Go ask these pastors. Even a fake church that you know that this pastor is faking this miracle, he's paying people to pretend like they are sick and stuff. He still fasted to start that fakery. Go and check it. Why? Because you can't build anything big without fasting. You have to learn to go on a fast. During this fasting, you meditate. During this meditation, you're trying to connect with your spiritual side. You are trying to be one with yourself. You're trying to find out what you have inside of you, inside of your destiny. You're trying to dig deep into your DNA and unravel the codes. You're trying to get to the mitochondria of your body, trying to read the codes that is written there about how you're going to succeed, how you're going to find peace, how you're going to find happiness. Deep inside there, it's written there. The full thing you're supposed to be in life is inside there, just like that seed. The full information about what the seed should do to become a tree, how it's going to survive in trying times. When the branches are cut off, how does the tree regrow it? The full information is in the seed. You are that seed. The full information to your success is inside you. The way to connect to it is via fasting, not fasting and prayer. Because during prayer, you are requesting things from God. You are trying to fulfill a religious rite. This is a fasting that is different. When you want to do the religious one, you do it different. This one is for just reconnection to your personal purpose. If you are physically fit, you should go on fasting. If you're not physically fit and you can't do food fasting, then you do other types of fasting, like self-denial from social media. On a Friday, you toss your phone away and pick it on a Monday. Self-denial from different kinds of things that you're addicted to. If you are physically fit as an adult, I'm telling you that lack of food cannot kill you. Don't let the urge for food overpower you on your first day of fasting. You are strong enough to do it. After you fast, you will appreciate this message more than anything else, because the clarity for your life will come from that fasting. Scientists did an experiment and found out that rats that didn't eat often lived 12% longer than rats that ate all the time. Every time they wanted food, they eat it. Food is making you live shorter lives. Food is what is keeping you at the human level. It's only when you fast that your mind will enter another realm. You start seeing opportunities where you didn't know that they exist. You start seeing people you should connect to. Maybe there's somebody that is holding the secret to your success in life in your office, but you're seeing them as your boss. Because what? You're not open to the depths of the spirit. But once your eyes are opened, you realize that, oh, you can actually start a company at home and then reapproach this guy and show him. And you guys will partner, maybe leave your current company and start $1 billion business. And many people have done it. Basically, fasting opens your inner eye, opens your third eye. When you are conceived in the womb, the first thing that forms inside your body is your brain. After a few weeks, your brain will grow tentacles. These tentacles become your 2 eyes. These 2 eyes you are seeing are directly connected from the brain. They descended from the brain. Now the brain puts it under the most powerful part of the brain, which is here. The most powerful part of the brain is here. It puts the eye under, which means there's another eye here. This is the one you can use to plan into the future. It is for abstract thoughts, being able to go deep, take information from what you're getting in physical world, process it. This is where your subconscious mind is. And then it brings back results that people can't even fathom. How you succeeded, people will never know. They never see you coming. Where the knowledge is coming from, this is outside space. Here is outside space. It's connected to the universe. This part of the brain, forehead. This is spirituality. When you fast, you detoxify. Now, you can connect to your inner self.